Hi guys, how are you all doing? It feels so good to be back here. It feels like I've been gone for quite a while. Yes, I have been gone for a while, to be honest, and I am really excited to be back here together with this gentleman here on my channel. My name is Blessing Njoh, also known as Mrs. Ejim, in case it's your first time watching my video. And this is...
My name is Peter Ejim.
Alright, so that already tells you that this is my husband, in case you guys do not know. So as you can already tell from the title, you can already also tell approximately what we're going to be talking about in this video. So first of all, I want to say thank you again to everyone who has been praying for us because of everything that has been happening lately. And right now we just want to talk about everything we've gone through, how we were able to deal with it, how it all started, how it all ended. And we are hoping that our story might inspire someone, that our story might also help someone that might be going through a similar situation, or even to prepare you, because before this whole thing happened to us, I never imagined that we were going to experience it, but I was prepared, kind of like I wasn't hoping for it, but I knew that if it should happen, I knew exactly what I should do. So this video might help someone to just have that knowledge at the back of their minds that should, in case something like this happen to them, which I definitely do not hope for anybody, I do not really wish my enemy to go through it, but just be prepared and also share it with someone who could do with some information regarding the coronavirus. Okay, so I am going to be interviewing you, so we are not like doing a video together. I just want to talk to him, like for him to really answer a few questions, because to be honest, we haven't really sat down together to evaluate everything that has happened so far. So I think this is a good way to kind of like just go over everything. Let us start from the beginning. So if you watched my last video, you can already see the process of him being abroad for 5 months, almost 5 months. I think you were 1 week short of 5 months. So he was abroad, stuck abroad for 4 months and 3 weeks, yeah, until you got evacuated. So let us start from the beginning. In case you haven't watched that video, I'm going to leave a link here up and also in the description box. It might be a good idea to go check out that video first and then come back here and continue to watch this one so that you can really get a sense of where we are coming from, yeah? So let us start from you being abroad, being stuck abroad. You went there because you wanted to be there. Of course, you went there for a purpose and then you couldn't come back. How was that for you? Let us start with that. Being away from your family.
Well, also it's a bit surprising. My intention is to spend 5 weeks in Nigeria. I went to Nigeria on the 4th of March, if I'm correct, with the intention to come back on 10th of April. So the plan was to spend my Easter in the Netherlands with my family. But when I went to Nigeria after 2 weeks, so the corona pandemic was more serious internationally. So all the borders were closed. We're starting to get closed, both intercities and international flights are no more flying. Everybody was advised to stay indoors. So I was thinking like it's something that may end up in 2 weeks or maximum 3 weeks that I can able to meet up with my scheduled flight. So, but unfortunately, it's exceeded to the plans. From March to April, April to May, keep on going on. We keep on praying. We keep on waiting.
Yeah, and I must commend you for that. The fact that communication was top notch. We communicated. We told several times every single day, especially because of our kid. He was always missing daddy. He really loved to hear his voice over the phone. So every single day he would wake up in the morning calling daddy. That's the first word that comes out of his mouth. So it was really tough for me personally to even explain to him what's going on. I'm getting some notifications. To really explain to him that Daddy is not around and we don't even know when Daddy is going to come back. So yes, it was difficult, but communication was good. Even if, of course, we know that internet in Africa is expensive, we're communicating mostly through WhatsApp. We're sending messages and calling, video call. He was always in communication with the kid. They would do video calls like multiple times a day. We're not talking 1 to 3 times. We're talking whenever the boy just feels like I need to see my dad. He's ready to, you know, even when he's busy, when he's, you know, he makes out time to really make the boy feel like, you know, you're not alone. Okay. So I really commend you for that, at least. Now, you were stuck there for 5 months and eventually you got the news that you'd be evacuated. How was that process? What was even the process of, because I know you were busy trying to get on a plane for several months. What was that like?
Well, actually, immediately after the knockdown, I tried to register myself to the Netherlands embassy to keep them aware that I'm in Nigeria. So in case of, if there's any emergencies, maybe my family is in danger or whatever, or I'm in danger, that they know, okay, I'm in Nigeria. So that is one of the reasons, and the other reason is for them to, if there's any means of evacuation, which they do have evacuation process every now and then. But why I was not able to follow the first batch or second batch of the evacuation is because sometimes maybe to be a flight from British Airways, and British Airways, the first priority would be the British citizens, followed by British residents, then European Union citizens, then residents, and so on. So sometimes it get fully booked before even getting to the European Union members, or sometimes I find it difficult that since all the borders are closed, if I get to England, that I may get also stuck there, looking for a way to come back to the Netherlands. So hoping that one day I will get direct flight to the Netherlands.
Was the Dutch embassy supportive? Were they helpful?
Well, financially, they can't do nothing for you. They can only advise you or give you the information that there is a flight. So that's the only information they can give you, and they will tell you, coming to finance, we are not supporting anybody, so you have to find your way. So most of the flights are flying from Abuja and Lagos. So
okay, to be clear here, he was not in either of these places. The international airports in Nigeria are in Abuja and in Lagos, and you were in Enugu.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to come to that area. So most of the flights are flying from Lagos and Abuja, and I'm in Enugu. So sometimes, because intercities were also closed, so me finding my way from Enugu to Lagos or to Abuja was another kind of challenging. So I can't. So that also makes me feel like, instead of pass through all. Because sometimes, you know, Africa, they say you can get escort, you have to charter a taxi that will take only you, maybe 2 policemen. Sometimes they say you have to wear a police uniform from the police, you know, have to give them something for you to act like a police, one of them, you travel, all those kind of things. So I just feel like, instead of wasting all those money, the stress, and at the end of the day, maybe I will get to Lagos, I will not even meet up the flight. Maybe even if I meet up the flight, or the flight might also be booked. So it's not like a guarantee. So that keeps me let me say, let me wait till the border is open. Let me wait till the border is open, thinking that the border will be open in the next month. After 1 month, they also postponed it again to the next month, and they just keep on doing that till last month. Say.
Okay, and also to clarify a bit, the journey from Enugu to Lagos is about 8 hours by road.
Well, 8 hours is just the standard if you lucky, because of, it's not because of it's too far, but because of the bad road, and to be sincere with you, and what do you call it, traffic on the road, so it makes it look longer when you're traveling from Enugu to Lagos. So it takes, if you're lucky enough, 8 hours is just the minimum hours. But you can take about 12 hours, 13 hours on the road. Okay,
and let's talk about again the evacuation flight. We all say evacuation flight, but it's not like you're being rescued. It's not like the Dutch government is saying, okay, Peter is here, we're coming to rescue you. In a way, it is them rescuing you, but you are paying your way out. Is it free?
No, none of them is free. The only difference is that some flights are more cheaper than others, or more expensive than others. It's not free. Why it's called evacuation flight is because it's not a standard flight, that commercial flight saying, oh, we are bringing passengers from Europe or from Netherlands, we drop them and we pick other passengers. So they call it evacuation is because of people who are stranded in foreign lands, for them to come back to their loved ones and to their families and to their work and all the things. That's why they call it evacuation flight. But actually, I went to Nigeria with Air Morocco. I choose Air Morocco because it was cheaper at that time. And I had to come back with KLM because as we speak now, Air Morocco is still not working. They're still not going to Nigeria. The border is still not open. But I heard it will be open this month, end of the month. But so I had to give up that ticket and rebook another ticket with KLM to come back to Netherlands.
Yeah, let's take a break. Okay. All right, so now let us get to the flight part. You finally got your name on the flight, and then how did it go? Like, you didn't tell me you were coming back. It was meant to be a surprise for us, for me and the kid. How was the process for you, like coming back, taking the flight, going to the airport? Was it different from other times in the past that you have traveled back? How was that? Just describe the process.
Not much. As of last 2 months or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, the intercity was open. So though there are restrictions, like if a vehicle is taking about 10 people, so they have to cut it to 5. So, but we had to pay the price of the empty seat. So, but it was just normal as it used to be. Came to Lagos, then my uncle took us to the airport, but it was because it was less busy in the airport, so they have all the time to search your baggage, remove this, the kilo is too much, you're overweight, you remove that, you did that. It was a hell. I almost fought someone in the airport. I'm telling you, because I was so angry. They came up with something about you have the food luggage, so you have to go and fill some form. You pay 6,000 naira for. I never experienced all those things, so I think they just have all the time on earth now to just trying to implicate or make things a bit difficult so that they can be expecting money from you.
Okay. All right. So so it was rough. It was tough at the airport, coming back.
Yeah, it was. So, but when you asked me about the surprising part of it, I just thought about, let me give it like a surprise, because it has been a while and since you have been waiting for me to come back, let me give it a surprise for both you and the kids. But unfortunately to me, it didn't work out because my neighbor who I had a plan with him for him to come and pick me from the airport was not able to make it. So
okay.
Yeah.
But at what point did you decide you were going to surprise us? If you remember clearly, about a month before you came back or 2 months prior to that, I told you that I dreamt that you came back home and surprised us, that you knocked on the window and I was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I told you twice. I had that dream twice. So at what point did you decide you were actually going to surprise us? Was it because of
after I had decided to come back, after I've already made plans to come back, and it's true, yeah, you keep on telling me your dreams, and I'm saying like, okay, let me make the dream work. You understand? Let me make it work. I told my uncle, I told other people about the surprise. And they are feeling like, no, they don't think it's a good idea.
Why not?
Yeah, they say no, because you might be thinking maybe I'm trying to catch you on something. I'm trying to maybe you might not like it, like maybe I'm suspecting you or something like that. I'm like, I don't think so. I think she will like it. They are like, no, just tell her. It's not a big deal. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think it's a big deal because I can remember, I even told my uncle, I can remember when I was in England, you paid me a visit, a surprise visit, when I was at my work. Yeah. So at night, so if you can do something, I don't think this should be also like, why shouldn't I get angry and say, oh, you're suspecting me, that's why. Okay,
so to answer the question, I would never have thought he's surprising me because he wants to catch me in the act, because I know definitely he trusts me. So I'm not going to be upset that, oh, why did you come? Are you thinking I'm doing something? That's why you came like this? No, I'm not really going to go that direction, but I might have been a little upset with the surprise if he had come back home and the house was a mess. And to be honest, most times when he was away, the house was always in a total mess. Sometimes I wouldn't even cook. I was like working hard, and sometimes I'll just, feed on pizza or go to, the snack bar with my kid, and we were just really living that easy life. And he is an African man who would come home, he wants the house to be clean, he wants there to be food, real homemade food. So I would have been a little nervous for him to come back and the house was in total chaos and no food, nothing, everything is disorganized. But it turned out that you actually surprised us, because when you came, the day you came was the day I found out you were coming. I found out 3 hours before your flight that you were coming. So in a way, it was still a surprise.
Half surprise, yeah.
Yeah. And then let us get to the part of you getting sick. But before we get to that part, I would have to cut this video because I have to head over to the daycare to pick our baby. And when I return, the setting might be a little different, but we are going to continue from here. So do not go anywhere. Keep watching.